Approximately 25 years ago, I was visiting some friends out in Southern California at Southern California Gas. And after we had a long discussion about some other objectives that they had, we got to talking about a particular problem that they were experiencing out in the field. And it was based on logistics, labor intensity, and so forth, and trying to get out to remote locations to lubricate their turbine meters. A lot of times these meters were as much as 50, 75 miles from another location, and the only reason that they would go out to that particular location was to put lubrication onto the turbine meter so that it would continue to spin freely. So that was obviously a great expense, a lost time. Take a guy maybe 2 or 3 hours to just go out and spend 5 minutes at a particular location and do that. So I came back and we sat down here at Welker and began to discuss the possibilities of how to prevent that distance and time and expense from occurring for them. And out of that discussion we came up, which was now called the oiler. At the old times it was called the OIP, or the oil injection pump. And we put together a system that would allow to be installed on location, and periodically, maybe once or twice a day or once every day, where it would inject a small amount of oil into the bearings on the turbine meter. And that allowed for an extended period of time of maintenance, even up into 6 and 8 months or maybe even a year before somebody would actually have to go out and address the lubrication on the turbine meter. What also was something that was a savings in the operation of the meter, because when the technician would go out to the meter, and more often than not was something a little bit akin to a grease gun, and inject the lubrication into the meter, would actually kind of slow the meter down a little bit because you're filling it and getting it completely full. And so for a while, maybe for 2 or 3 days, the meter would spin slowly, more slowly than it should, and then it would go through a long period of time of operating fine. And then toward the end of the month or the end of the maintenance cycle, it would start to slow down again because it was dry. And with the OIP, or now the oiler, it was consistently putting oil and lubrication onto the bearings in the meter, and there was no fluctuation in how it operated. It operated at maximum accuracy and maximum performance the whole time. So now here we are 25 years later, and we've sold thousands of these units around the world, and even to the manufacturers of the turbine meters themselves, as they would purchase them to make an enhancement to their meter as a selling feature for them when they're selling their turbine meters. So the oiler provides for us a steady, reliable, and accurate dosing of lubricant to the turbine meter to keep it running efficiently. So the oiler becomes another one of Welker's original innovative ideas to improve the measurement and quality aspect of our industry, increasing savings for the company. Welker, once again, leads.